All right, welcome everybody. This is an overview of week 6. So we're going to go through the one step. We're going to go through the weapons form. We're going to work a little bit on some sparring drills, and we're going to talk about some board breaks, and we're going to go over the segments of your form. So it's a lot. We're going to break it down into pieces. We're going to start off with a warm-up. All right, kids, I want you to do a warm-up starting with a squat, side kick, squat, side kick. And every time you do 2 kicks, that counts as 1. And you have to do that 10 times. And then the next exercise I want you to try to do is a burpee with a jump up. So you're going to drop down, kick out, and jump up. And you want to try to do that 10 times. And then the last warm-up I want you to try to do is lying on your back. You got to keep your legs straight up in the air, and you got to reach up and touch your toes, and you got to do that 20 times. Keeping your legs straight and trying to reach up and touch those toes 20 times. All right, go. So welcome back from your warm-up, and I trust your integrity. I know you have great black belt, yes I can attitude. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stretch, and I want you to take about a minute on each of these stretches. So first one, go ahead and go feet wide and keep the knees locked, toes pointed up, and just lean forward. Keep the back straight and try to stretch at the hip, not at the shoulders. And then go to one side and stretch down. Try to eventually get that hand all the way to that foot. And then same thing, other side, stretch it down. Let those lats stretch by bringing your hand over the top. And then you're going to go to butterfly stretch, bringing both in, and then try to get the knees on the ground. And then we're going to hold onto the toes and walk the feet out. And we're going to do 1 minute of that as well, holding those toes or as close to it as you can, bending at your hips, not at your shoulders. Then you're going to lie back. Bring one knee across the body, hug it to the opposite side, and you can lift up with your other leg to help stretch. 1 minute there, switch it over, 1 minute there, then bring it back, push down on that front thigh. So you stretch forward this way with your foot on the ground, and then same thing on the other leg, push down. And again, take your time stretching so that you feel much more relaxed and able to kick high and not injure yourself. All right, go for it. Okay, you ready? So first thing we're going to work on is our one step. I want you to think about keeping your hands up throughout on one steps number 1, 2, and 3, depending on which ones you're doing. Again, tigers, you only have to worry about number 1. Kids, you only have to worry about 1 and 2. Unless you want to, you can join in on 3. But again, it has to be good technique. Now, as you do the first one, if you don't have or you didn't build your own kicking buddy yet, your own sparring buddy, maybe you have a parent that could hold a pillow or something like that. But what you want to do is you want to start and evade to the side, your right, and again, my hands are up. I pick up number 1 front kick, back fist, keeping that other hand up. That's advanced arm base. Come back, pull that knee in for your side kick, put it down, turn around, use your other leg, side kick, and land. So that's number 1. Again, if you have a pillow and a parent to do that with, it's going to be a lot more fun. I want you to try to do that at least 10 times with really good technique. And if you don't do a good front kick, then start over again. Make that one not count. Number 2, instead of jumping to the side, you're going to step back and do an inner crescent kick, turn around, reverse side kick, advanced arm base, punching middle, punching high, and then stepping back, right leg, advanced jump front kick, and land forward. And that one again, at least 10 times. If you have a brother or sister who can step and punch, that's okay too, but it's nice to have a target that you're hitting. Number 3, still with your right foot back, you're going to sidestep and low block. You're going to bring your right leg up and around, outer crescent kick, inner crescent kick, outer crescent kick, punch high, right round kick, and land forward kick. So that's number 1, 2, and 3, one step. And on each of them, at least 10 times. I wouldn't do them all together necessarily either. Do 10 on one, then 10 on the other, then 10 on the other, so you get good habits. Go ahead and practice. All right, so so I'm going to ask you guys to work on a sparring combination now. And again, I want you to try to do this on a pillow or do it, with a parent holding or on your sparring buddy if you made one. Or if you have your own Wave Master, that's even better. So the first thing you're doing is starting loose, hands up, slide inside. Okay? Do about 10 of those. Slide inside. Next thing I want you to do is add your side and then a round or a hook if you're doing a more advanced level like purple belts and above. So I'm going to slide inside, hook. Okay? Again, slide inside, hook. Or I could do my slide inside round. As soon as I've done that about 10 times, I'm going to add my hands. So I come in, 1, 2, punch, punch, punch. All right, so now we're going to do all 5 of those moves 10 times. Next thing we're going to do is add another evasion technique. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and now maybe it's a pick up, side kick, or maybe it's a reverse side kick, or maybe it's a jump round kick. You could add any number of different moves to that, but make sure you're still moving at the bag, kicking at the bag. Go ahead and do that 10 times, and now you're good and loose. Defensive, I want you to think about just evade, counter with a front kick, or evade, side kick, or evade punch, or jump, reverse side kick, or jump to the side round kick. Work on some defensive timing. You could have somebody say go, and you have to react. Try that. All right, guys, so now we're going to take a little time working on our weapons. If you want to right now, you can pause, go get some water if you haven't already, and then come back, and we're going to go through the weapons form. So I'm going to continue. Go ahead and pause it. So you start, hands meet together, chidya, kyungnae. I'm doing mirror image, so I'm holding it in my left, but you would be holding it in your right if you're following along. I step out to Jumbi, and when I hear shijak, which is begin, I step back with my right foot and bring my live hand up. Remember, bring it over your shoulder. As you pick up your front leg, hop, and 1 triangle strike. Lift that front leg and hop, 2 triangle strikes. Lift up that front leg and hop, 3rd triangle strike or hip hip array. You can do it with a twirl or without a twirl, either way, and as you get more advanced, you can have those 360s. Now I'm into my figure 8s. I'm going to stop it by catching it under my arm, and hopefully I grab it with my shoulder. My live hand's still up. Now if you're advanced, you can do your figure 8s into your 360s, and then bring it up, reverse figure 8s, also 360s, and then you bring it down and catch it. And we're gonna add our jump front kick with a key up, or advanced kick key up, land, snap it out and catch it. And then we go to our X strikes. Up and over the shoulder, catch it once. Up and over the shoulder, catch it twice. Up and over the shoulder, 3 times the charm. And now it's in our left hand. Now for this, you might have to back up and start on the other side of the body. Same idea though. 1, 2, 3. Figure 8s. Catch. Add your key up. Snap. Twirl 1. Twirl 2. Twirl 3. And now it's in the right hand. Now since we're going forward, I'm going to just switch my feet and I'm going to do my helicopter. Yeah! And then, butto, swing it in front, catch it, and on shoot, bring it into your right side and bow. Excellent. Practice that. That's going to look really good. Pay attention to how you move. Go. All right, well, that was fun. Now, if you want a little bit more fun, you could take a break right now, set up some pillows on the floor, practice your shoulder rolls, your cartwheels, right? Have a little fun with that, and then come back. And we're going to go through our form segments now. So right now, all we're going to do is try to do the form segments and you're going to do them on both sides of your body. Okay, so the first segment, we step out with our right foot. We step out with our left foot. For song 4, we're starting with our left foot stepping out. That's camel belt form. We're going to bend our knees, cross arms, and step into a middle stance, twin inner forearm block. Target with the right hand, 1, 2. Make sure they're good rechambers. Same thing on the other side of the body, except you drop your left hand. Next segment is going to be the sparring stance, double outer forearm block. As we pick up our back leg, we're going to do our round kick, put it down, feet together, turn, pull your left knee in for your side kick, and when you land, back fist high, and if that is your left hand, it's your first key up. Same thing going the other way, right? Round kick, reverse side kick, and back fist. Take your time to work on a good round kick rechamber, and then same thing, pulling your knee in tight when you do your side kick and pulling it back in, and hand and foot timing. All right, go ahead and do that. All right, now I'm pretty sure you guys did a good job on that, and you know if you did, I mean, use your integrity on all of this stuff, right? All right, so now when we work on segment 3, we're going to start in a front stance. We're going to take our right hand on top, left hand straight, slide down the arm and pull it back for our low block, hug it underneath, palms out for our inner forearm block, target and punch high. Step on line, bring your back knee all the way in tight, tight, tight. When you bring that body around, try to think about pulling your knee into your chest, right? As you finish your chamber, side kick and knife hand strike midsection, and you're in a middle stance. Same thing on the other side of the body, right? 1, and 2, and 3. Step, bring that knee all the way in tight, side kick, knife hand midsection, middle stance at the end. All right, 10 times, go. All right, that was pretty good. Now you're going to do segment 4, and segment 4 is a back stance to a sparring stance. Again, both sides of the body if you're working on kids or adults. I cross whichever foot is in front, that hand on the inside, palms out. I'm going to come at you a little bit more. We're going to bring those hands straight across, but in the direction our foot is going, not over here. Okay? As we bring our hands up, back knee comes up, advance 1 stance length on the jump front kick, put it down. Now use your other leg, and I'm going to end up facing backwards from you, but that's okay. This is how you're going to practice it. Number 2 front kick, and then it's a sparring stance, double outer forearm block. Okay, so let's do it going this way so you can see it again. I switch feet, but you're going to end up doing both sides of the body anyway. I start with twin inner forearm block. I'm going to do my jump front kick, put it down. Number 2 front kick, double outer forearm block in a sparring stance. 10 times, and you'll have done the whole form. Good job. Hello, parents and kids. This is a project that you can do at home to build your own WaveMaster, and you don't need anything super special. So what you do need is a broom, a cardboard box, a sleeping bag or a pillow, some kind of tape, and maybe a bucket of some sort. And if you want some sparring gear, you could do that too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my broom and I'm going to use my tape to tape over the top and across, and I'm going to leave a little extra to put against the back of it. I'm going to go like this, tape that on there, and then the same thing on the other side. I'm just kind of bringing it across the top of the broom face and leaving extra so I can tape it down on the other side. So once I have that secured, I'm going to flip it over and just pull these 2 pieces back across like this. You can put a little extra reinforcement there, probably a couple extra pieces, but for now, just to show you how this is going to work, That probably will hold for a little while. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pillow or my sleeping bag and I'm going to put it right there and I'm going to start rolling it up. So when I roll it up, now I'm going to take my tape and you can use a bigger pillow or a bigger sleeping bag. I did one with a different one. I'm going to take a piece of tape and just tape across, maybe that's how you tape across it a little bit. Do that a few times all the way up the structure, tighten it down enough, and you might even want to put a piece of tape across the bottom with a pillow is or two, so the pillow doesn't fall out. And then, once you're done with that, you could, if you wanted to, you could even decorate it ahead of time. But now you have a sort of modified Wavemaster. And what I was thinking is, I've already got one kind of suited up here, is you could put a couple of heavy bricks in the bottom of a bucket and then have your chest protector, or their chest protector, I guess, on it. There you go. And I might have like a bunch of bricks in the bottom and then maybe cover those with dirt and then stick something that'll kind of keep it centered, like another bunch of pillows, maybe cover the dirt with something in there so that you have something that'll stand up and be kind of on its own. Now, this may be a little tall for some tigers, but it might be something you want to do with a shorter broom, maybe you have a smaller broom. And then you can practice on that, working on your round kicks, or side kick, or work if you wanted to. Here's another thought. You could put a soccer ball or something inside your headgear and tuck it on. Kind of reminds me of a cartoon character out of Bugs Bunny. Anyway, so this is just a thought for how to build your own Wavemaster at home and tether it to something. I also used, at home I used an umbrella stand. And that worked pretty good, although that probably is more of an outdoors thing. And that's build your own Wavemaster.